Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
Good feeling and be happy and paint the kind of world that I want. Ready to have some fun?
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about Bob Ross cereal. Now, you won't find this one in major grocery stores. It's not from one of the major cereal companies. It's a novelty cereal released by FYE, which you can find in their stores or online at fye.com. And usually, I don't bother covering novelty cereals, but with this one, I just couldn't resist. Bob Ross's legacy has continued to live on thanks to the internet. Unfortunately, he didn't live long enough to see himself become an internet phenomenon to a whole new generation. So where do we begin? I guess I'll just tell you a little bit about Bob Ross in case you have no idea who this is or what he did. He was a soft-spoken painter who hosted a TV show called The Joy of Painting on PBS, and it ran from 1983 to 1994. He was actually kind of similar to Mr. Rogers in his soft-spoken, kind-hearted, positive nature. He had catchphrases or a few memorable little things he did in his episodes, including talking to the happy little trees and the happy little clouds, or beating the devil out of his paintbrush.
Shake it off. Beat the devil out of it.
Bob would dedicate a 30-minute episode to teach the viewer how to do one painting. He used a style called alla prima, or wet on wet, which allowed him to finish an oil painting in a 30-minute episode. They were paintings of serene landscapes, sometimes featuring cabins or small little animals. In fact, Bob loved animals. He would often show rescued squirrels or other wildlife during his shows. You can watch any of these episodes on the Bob Ross YouTube channel. I think there are over 400 episodes on there, including a documentary about Bob Ross in case you want to know more. He passed away from cancer in 1995 when he was only 52 years old. But he left quite a legacy behind, and as I said before, people still love watching his videos to this day. Now, I don't have an artistic bone in my body, but my wife, she bought some Bob Ross VHS tapes back in the day before YouTube was around, and she did some of his paintings. She's embarrassed by them and would probably kill me for showing you these, but whatever. I actually think they're pretty good versions of Bob Ross paintings, and I'm sure if he was still around, he would offer her words of encouragement. I'm just glad a new generation has discovered Bob Ross and his legacy continues to live on. A few years ago, they released the Bob Ross board game called The Art of Chill. It's a pretty simple game, as you can see here on the back of the box, but we enjoy breaking it out for game night from time to time. There's also another Bob Ross game called Happy Little Accidents. I don't really know the gameplay of that one, but I think they're both available at Target still. Alright, that's enough backstory. Let's take a look at this fun novelty cereal from FYE. So you can see Bob on the front of the box here with one of his classic paintings in the back there. Let's get a closer look at the cereal here on the front. So you can see it's just a Lucky Charms clone with Marbits in the theme of Bob Ross. The Happy Little Accidents marshmallow looks like Yoda from the Star Wars cereal, and the Charming Little Cabins looks like the Crown marshmallows in Princess cereal. Now let's take a look at the back of the box. So they have a Positivity paint palette that you can cut out here and use to paint, which no one will actually do. But the dabs of paint here are filled with great Bob Ross quotes. It's like a motivational poster on steroids. Look at that orange quote. You have to have dark in order to show light, just like in life. Bob Ross, dropping wisdom in every episode. All right, let's open it up and take a look. So here's what Bob Ross, the Joy of Cereal, looks like. You've seen many versions of this type of cereal before. The oats definitely don't look as tasty as Lucky Charm oat pieces, and the marshmallows are kind of indistinct, but let's get a closer look at each one. So these are happy little trees. This Yoda looking marshmallow is a happy little accident. This purple triangle here is an almighty mountain, a yellow guiding star. This one is a rainbow heart, even though it's more like a red and blue triangle. This orange crown looking one here is a charming little cabin. And then lastly, here's a lovely little bush. Now we already know what this cereal will taste like, but what the heck? Yep, it's just a slightly blander version of Lucky Charms. But come on, it's not like you're buying this cereal for the taste anyway. You're buying it because you love Bob Ross. And eating any cereal while staring at his smiling face, well, that'll just make you happy. I actually don't mind when FYE does these novelty cereals, because the boxes are usually fun, and it hits me with a dose of nostalgia, no matter how underwhelming the cereal actually is. In fact, there's another FYE cereal that you might have already seen or heard about. I'll be covering that one next week, I think. But I'm not going to mention what it is because I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't seen it or heard about it. But that's going to do it for this Bob Ross, The Joy of Cereal. If you're a fan, head over to FYE and pick up a box. Or if you don't want to drop $10 on a box of cereal, well, you can just head over to the Bob Ross YouTube channel and watch an episode of The Joy of Painting while eating your own favorite bowl of cereal. Either way, you can't go wrong. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy. Check out my artistic talent. Who wants an original Gabe drawing?